justice comes from the persistent work of dedicated individuals. And the people who work in legal aid programs are persistent and they are dedicated. And they made, in my mind, the decision to forego the safety and security of higher paying jobs so that they could make sure that the fundamental precept that justice must be the same in substance, procedure, and availability, regardless of a person's economic status. And so today we celebrate all of you because America is about we the people. No exceptions. As children, we were taught to pledge to an indivisible nation with justice for all. No exceptions. Unless these words are to ring hollow, we as attorneys should practice that pledge by advocating for those who are indigent so that they can have a voice in our government and not be dominated politically, so that they can have the tools to compete in society, so that they are not exploited economically, so that they can aspire to better things, experience the American dream for themselves, escape systematic humiliation, and enjoy the human dignity that they deserve. That's the power that we have as attorneys. And this importance of lawyers actively practicing the Pledge of Justice, Pledge of Allegiance to Justice for All, cannot be overstated, because lawyers have the research ability, the legal ability, the thinking ability, the speaking ability to make a material difference in people's lives. And I remember going around the state and I would talk to lawyers about the importance of pro bono work. Some of them would tell me, well, if I want to donate my services to the local NRA, that should be acceptable. If I want to donate my services to my church, that should be acceptable. I don't quarrel with any of that, but a common theme had developed throughout New Mexico, and that common theme was, but justice. I don't know anything about poverty law. So how do you think the people who need access to justice feel? If you as a lawyer trained how to research and speak are intimidated, they are suffering the consequences. So hopefully they got around to try to make a difference in people's life. So what I'm trying to say is that your work is critically important. It's equally important because you have to help low-income families cope with the visceral consequences of poverty. And that's worry and fear. Worry about where the next meal will come from, worry about where they might be living, whether or not a loved one is going to get the health care that they need, fear that they may never have the tools to provide for their families or the wherewithal to navigate these bureaucracies to state their own case. Worry and fear are the most brazen of thieves because they steal from us trust, they rob us of our self-confidence, and they deprive us of hope. Your work is really important.